Good morning, everyone. One of the first things I had to get done today was trying to clean our mattress. And one of the next videos I'm going to have coming out is going to be a haul, and this Bissell little green machine is going to be in it. So stay tuned for that. I've been wanting one of these things for a really long time solely to clean our mattress. We don't have carpet or pets, so I don't need it for that. But y'all, look how yellow and gross this is. I've tried cleaning it with peroxide. I regularly spray it down so it doesn't get funky with like rubbing alcohol and stuff like that, but I've never been able to whiten it. Okay, I just want to show you how yellow it really is. That basket of towels is clean, by the way, but it's real yellow. You can see where I've tried to clean it with my carpet cleaner, because I have a Bissell Crosswave, and you can see the streaks where it cleaned it, but it just can't get it all. It's even like gross grayish looking over there. So we'll see if we can get it clean. I know it's hard to see with the white background of the mattress, but when I hold it above the mattress, I'm spraying the solution. The solution, I didn't use the Bissell one that came with it. I looked up a recipe and it calls for peroxide and I can't remember what else, but I'll link the recipe. Now look what streaks it made. It didn't lighten everything, but it made a huge difference. And I can't wait for y'all to see the gross water at the end. It's disgusting. So I looked up the recipe really quick on my phone for y'all, and it's 6 cups of hot tap water, not boiling, and a 1/4 cup of hydrogen peroxide and 1.5 tablespoons of dish soap. I just used a very mild dish soap. I think I used the Everspring line from Target, and theirs is very mild. I didn't want any strong scents or harsh chemicals since we'd be sleeping on this, and I had to do this super early in the morning so it would have all day to dry. Y'all can see the solution going through and picking up the dirt really good in this, and look how disgusting it is going into the dirty water tank. And it was like thick and oily. It was not super thick, but just slightly thicker than water, and it was pretty gross. Okay, so this is after. I don't really know how much it did. I'll have to look at the before and afters side by side. But it definitely pulled up a good bit of stains. You can see even more streaks, and then it lightened a lot of this grossness. So that's great. This is the clean side. That's the dirty side. The absolutely disgusting water that came from my mattress. I decided to do most of my gross cleaning work before I got ready for the day because I have this beautiful dress I wanted to wear today. This is from Amazon, y'all. It's mostly cotton, has a little bit of stretch in it, and I love it so much. It hits below the knee, and it's so comfortable and flattering. And this is also going to be in the haul that I show y'all next time. I think that's going to be the video I have coming out next. But ignore the CVS bag. I always have medicines I need to pick up. So, you know, I think I finally found a decent angle for y'all because y'all can see my entire kitchen now. So now if I walk around, y'all can see me doing what I need to do. Also, I didn't get a good shot of the dress earlier, but this is it. So today I'm baking ribs in the oven, low and slow, but I'll probably have to start them early in the afternoon to get it done. And then I'm looking at my calendar. Then I need to make homemade cheese. I've tried it once before, but it was kind of unsuccessful. So we'll try that again. I'll need to look up a recipe for that. Then I need to make cookies, but I need to make a double batch. I need to make ones that are going to use up the rest of the chocolate chips that I have containing soy. And I'm going to give those to friends tomorrow whenever we're out. And then I need to make cookies for us tonight that are soy-free. And I think that's about it. So we're going to get started on the cookies and then maybe the cheese next. I will get to washing these dishes that are on my stove. These are dirty. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. Whenever you see me making the cookies, I lose my storage on my phone, and I took a break and fixed that situation, got some more storage, started filming again, and then I thought I caught that footage and I didn't. So I will link the recipe for y'all, but y'all don't get to see me actually mix the cookies together, so I'm sorry. Alright, I really just wanted to give it a rough wipe down, nothing major, just get like loose crumbs and stuff on the counter because I'm about to make a mess anyway. This is our recipe. It's just cut out from the back of a bag of King Arthur unbleached flour, and it's our favorite chocolate chip cookies. You can probably find it on their website if you don't want to go out and buy their flour, but it makes a lot of cookies. It actually says it yields about 5 dozen cookies. I make bigger cookies out of it, so I probably won't end up with 5 dozen, but I will end up with a lot. So it does call for brown sugar, a whole cup of it actually, and I'm going to double this recipe so I can split it between the different kinds of chocolate chips. I'm actually out of brown sugar because I wanted to start making my own. So I'm going to have to bring out my stand mixer and get mixing the brown sugar. So I just have some plain white sugar and some molasses. I'm going to pour probably the whole 4 pounds of sugar in the mixing bowl, and then just maybe like a dot or two of molasses and see how dark it gives us our brown sugar. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. I didn't think I would be this messy with it, but here we are. There's probably only like half of a tablespoon in there or something right now. We'll see how that goes. Alright, I'm going to keep mixing that for now, and then we're going to go ahead and get started on the rest of it. I have this giant bowl. I think it's not written on here, but I just bought it. I think it's like 7 or 8 quarts. So I think I'm going to double it all in the same bowl. So we need 4 sticks of softened butter. want to get all these mixed up. Now, typically what I do with these is roll them up into a log with some saran wrap, and then I refrigerate them, and then I cut them off like a slice and bake cookie dough. But honestly, I don't know if I'm going to do that because the ribs are going to be in the oven for a while once I get started on those. And I don't know what time I need to start on those. I still have to look up a recipe for the ribs. I think we might go ahead and try to bake these. So I'm going to preheat the oven to 375. That way they can be baking while I'm getting the ribs seasoned. Now it's pretty well mixed. So for just us, I don't have as much dough. And this one, I'm just going to put chocolate in. So these are the kind of chocolate chips I've been using. These are from Whole Foods. This bag is already open. And it's it's 365 Whole Foods. The only ones that are their brand that are soy free are the organic kind. So, but this is the cheapest I find them. They're only like $3.99 a bag, I think. And then the Nestle's Whole House allergen free is like $1 more, I think. But I found this locally to me, so that's the benefit of that one. Might not need the second bag. Those did kind of melt together. I think it's well mixed. I also lost the footage showing you how the homemade brown sugar looks, but it looks exactly like brown sugar. I probably should have added a little bit of molasses, and I kept adding a little and a little bit more, so I probably used a little less than 1/4 cup of molasses for that 4-pound bag of sugar. So just keep that in mind if you want to try to make it yourself, but it's super easy. You just leave it in the mixer for a long time to until it starts looking like brown sugar. Found a recipe for mozzarella cheese with only 2 ingredients. Let's get started. It calls for a 1/2 gallon. I don't have a 1/2 gallon. So I'm gonna do like a tiny version of this if I can. And then I have some cream with some milk underneath it. I need to add cream back into it. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm lost. Okay, since I don't have much, I'm not going to make a huge pot of it. Pour the milk into a large pot and place it on the stove top. Set heat between medium, low, and medium. Medium, low, medium, okay. Gently keep stirring the milk so it heats evenly and reaches right around 115 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna go ahead and add in all the milk I have. It's a pretty good amount. I hope it makes a decent amount of cheese. That's all I've got to say. The delicious cream. Y'all, I put this stuff in my coffee and man, is it delicious. Oh, the oven's preheated. I can start baking these. So while I'm heating on this to heat up for our cheese, the milk is still cold. I went ahead and printed out a recipe for beef ribs in the oven. and make them low and slow like I want. If I started baking them right now, they have to go for 3.5 hours or more. So they would be ready at around 6:30. So I need to get on that if we're gonna have dinner on time. Try not to spill the vinegar. So I'm definitely not gonna be able to bake the cookies until after the ribs are done, unless I put the ribs on the bottom, which I'm not really sure if I want to do that yet. So I'm gonna start working on the ribs, and I will link all of these recipes that I make down in the description box. They are not my own recipes. They are from various blogs and stuff, and a lot of the times, like today, except for the cookies, I haven't made these recipes before, so they're new to me, and I'm kind of testing them out for you, so hopefully they work out. Okay, so I'm supposed to rub them down with salt, pepper, minced garlic, and olive oil, and then later on put barbecue sauce on it. So I think we can do that. Okay, that's probably good. Beef ribs that I got, there's actually 2 racks in there, but we rarely have beef ribs. We usually get country ribs because they don't have any bones in them and they're just so easy to cook. But I wanted to do something special. I think I can get these to fit if I do it right. How these look before I brush them. They look so good. Now I'm supposed to bake those ribs, I got pepper all over this, for 3.5 hours at 275, and then they're done enough after that. I unwrap them, I brush barbecue sauce on them, and I put them under the broiler for a couple minutes, and then that's it. So that's pretty simple. It's probably around 100 degrees now, and it just needs to get a touch warmer. So I went ahead and stuck this bake thermometer in it, and it's pretty much there, around 115 degrees. And then I'm supposed to turn off the heat and then add in the vinegar, and it's supposed to curdle almost immediately. Supposed to mix it for about 30 seconds. Yeah, it's curdling. I don't know if it's curdling enough though. Oh, I'm supposed to add a lid and allow it to sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Set a timer for 15 minutes and label it cheese.
15-minute cheese timer. Counting down.
Okay, y'all, so the cheese has been sitting for 15 minutes. Some of the cookies are done. The cookies look beautiful. And it's time to make our next steps. I'm gonna bring this to you to show you how it's all swirly. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all could see some of the swirls, how it looks a little chunky. Okay, so it says to gather the curd by taking a spoon or spatula and bring the curd to the side against the pot. Make sure to fish around in the whey because you will always find extra curd hanging out in there. Then remove the curd from the whey and place it in a bowl. So let's see if we can do that. Yeah, look how chunky that is. That's perfect. I'm gonna keep doing that. I wonder if I would have added more cream, if it would have helped. I'm not really sure if that helps or not. Also, the ribs are up in the oven. I put them in the bottom rack while I finished baking those cookies, and those cookies will just have to wait to bake until after the ribs are done, because I moved, once the cookies were out, I moved the ribs to the higher rack and then set a timer for 3 hours since they were already in there at a slightly higher temperature for a little while. I think I got it. I got it. There's some like stuck in the spider. The rest of it actually looks creamy, so I'm not really sure what to do with that. This is what it looks like. It still has a good bit of whey in it. Remove the curd from the whey and place it in a bowl. Use very clean hands or wear gloves and grab the curd and cup it in your hands and gently squeeze. Allow the whey to fall into the bowl and then discard it into the big pot of whey. This feels so cool. It's very warm and soothing, honestly. I think it's gonna make a good sized ball of cheese for us tonight. But obviously if I had more, it would have been nice. So I'm supposed to keep repeating this process. I can also knead it, it says. It says I can heat the whey in the pot a little bit to soak and stretch the cheese in it once it's formed. So I think I'm going to do that. I'll show y'all. I just put salt on top of it, but that's our little tiny ball of cheese. It's so cute. It's kind of squishy. It stays together pretty well. Once I break it apart though, it does break apart a lot, but I can form it back together. It started like this big and then it shrunk down a lot. I thought it was going to be a good sized ball of cheese, but I guess not. I'm just kneading it so that it'll stay together, and then I'm supposed to soak and stretch the cheese. Now more curds are forming and I missed out on those curds. No, for real? Yep. I missed out on those curds, so I'm gonna have to do this all over again just to handle that. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pull out. Look at all those curds I missed out on. That's insane. Just from heating it up a little bit more. Wow. I'm gonna see if this has reached 170 degrees yet. I have 2 balls now. I think I'm going to rinse this out and use this to hold the cool water, so I don't have to use a million bowls. I meant to use the white salt just in case the pink Himalayan one caused specks, but I completely forgot about all that. Now it definitely looks yellowish and less creamy, so now I'll know to look for that. Whenever there's still a creamy look to it, I'll know that all the curds have not curdled. It says to soak and stretch the cheese with a spoon. I don't know how to do that, to be honest. I just hope it doesn't fall apart. Here it is. It's all melting into strings. That's how it stretches. That makes sense now. I was confused at first. In the in the water for 10 minutes. Then I need to pat it dry if I want to, or wrap it in plastic wrap and store it in the fridge. So after I wrap it up in plastic wrap, we're done with the cheese. And as long as it tastes good, it worked out fine. I'm just glad we actually got it to curd up. I took a minute to tidy up the kitchen. Nice clean sink now. It feels so good to have all of these dishes done. And then of course I emptied and loaded the dishwasher. And I even took some Barkeeper's Friend to the stovetop. So it's looking a whole lot better. The ribs only have a little less than 2 hours to go. So I wanted to show y'all what the ribs look like when they're done. There's still like 40 minutes left on the timer. But I went ahead and took them out, and I'm glad they did. They shrunk up a lot, so they must have had a lot of fat on them. I'm going to give them a quick brushing with some Sweet Baby Ray's, which is over here. Just a light coating of it because I really don't feel like making my own barbecue sauce now. And I've got some potatoes boiling over there. We're going to have mashed potatoes and probably like some broccoli that I'm just going to pan sear in the skillet or pan fry in the skillet, and that'll be it. Alright guys, I'm gonna get everything cleaned up, and that is everything. Thank y'all so much for watching, and if y'all could please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Bye!